Hello. Just doing all the wee setup things you need to do when you're trying to do something like this. For example, change it from saying a test because for some reason the computer won't let me do that. So just doing this first. Right. Let's just stick that on. Then I have to think where to share a link because I've forgotten to connect this to our Twitter account because I'm really clever. So just going to let this do its thing. While I do that. This is good fun. Honest to God, man, this Twitch app would gear us the toothache. It is no fun. Right, I think I've got the link anyway. I think I'll just share it. Let's see, streaming. Yakuza, that's how you spell Yakuza. Streaming Yakuza 5 now. And is the last thing I saved that? It is that. Excellent. So let's just share that. This is good fun, isn't it? Just what you want. Just all the admin stuff. That's what you really want when you're doing stuff like this. I'm literally just loading it up so I can test to make sure it sounds okay. Does it though? Me just desperately looking at myself on my phone just to see if it's actually working. Great, it sounds okay, certainly. No one's here to say otherwise. So we'll take it. Evening, hi! First comment, buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Can you do that thing that people always ask where they ask, does like it look like it's working? You know, the like, is it actually making sound? Is it synced? I don't know if it's synced, to be honest. Sounds good, looks good. There we go. Well, let's just load up Yakuza 5. I'm going to play it normal because I suppose it's the way I should play it. The temptation is always to play games on easy, but it's funny on normal. Nope, I like to choose how I do my upgrades. Save data has been found, good. A Morning Glory scarf, nice, that's what I want. Fat Stacks amulet, good. A gold plate, that's what I want, okay. So this is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. So if you are an ex-Yakuza, like, boss who became a taxi driver, you can't sue Sega, and that's important. Let's just turn this up a wee bit. 2012. It's just wild. 2012. Remember that? Remember those days? That looks good, doesn't it? See, I've literally not played this since it came out on the original time when it came out on the PS3. I did like one playthrough of each character. I'm trying to remember if I think it's either Yakuza 4 or Yakuza 5 that I reviewed for Vice back when it was Vice Gaming, before it became what it is now, because I've forgotten what it's called. And I really rushed through it, so it's quite nice to be able to come back and like do it, like play it again with people watching or person watching. The thing is, see when, like, see that whole like red kind of sweatsuit outfit. Do you think that happens organically? Like one guy wears one, they're like, "Oh, that's really cool. That's really smart. I like that," and so everyone like buys one, or do you think it's like they're told they have to like, if, "Oh, do you want to join the gang? That's fine. Here's the like like a school uniform order form. Like you need to fill it in and be like, right, okay, you have to get the red tracksuit." It's tough doing like a stream like this because usually when I do a stream, it's either like me and Joe together, obviously, or we pick like, right, we're just gonna play Yakuza 3 or whatever, and we're just gonna run about and do fights and do fun things. We don't actually do story stuff, so it's quite different actually doing like a story. And also then previously when I've done streams on my own, I've played games like Life is Strange, which I was probably never going to bother playing normally, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, oh, I'll play that for a stream, but I'm probably not going to play it otherwise, whereas this is like an actual game that I enjoy. Let's see, your mum's sending you to the gang in a green trackie because they didn't have any red left in the shop. Yeah, exactly, that's it. What happens when the tracksuit's in the wash? Do they have more than one? Is the red because it hides blood? Or is it because it's cool? I don't know. I don't know is the answer. I don't know. Let me know, by the way, if I start mumbling quietly, because I do have a bad habit of my volume just going lower and lower and lower. I just hit the mic there. Amateur hour. There he is, the big man. I still think, like, I still love how the faces look in Yakuza games. I think there's something about just the way the weathered faces of people. I just always think it looks so good. That car looks really smart. Let's see, all the tracksuits look kind of the same. Yeah, they've all kind of got two. It's the kind of two lines, so you know it's like a cheaper trackie. It's no Adidas. Who's your favourite fighting style out of all the protagonists? I mean, putting KAZUMA to one side because KAZUMA is too good. I really like Akiyama. Actually, I've always liked how he's like really fast and does big kicks. So I like Akiyama. I just like. I mean, I'll be honest. When I played Yakuza 4 the first time, Saejima was the one that I just didn't get on with because he's just big and slow. Like he's just big and strong. I think he's much improved in this, or at least I got into him more. But I'd say putting KAZUMA to one side, it's probably still Akiyama. Although Shinoda, that's the baseball guy, isn't it? The last guy. I think what I liked about him was like when he wouldn't use baseball bats as weapons and stuff like that. I think that was like nice wee like attention to detail. That's very impressive. It's weird though. You think like when games like do their big this is the start of a new game. Do you know what I mean? You want to draw your audience in, and this is such a low key start to something. Like to me, it's like Yakuza very much mirrors like a TV show in a lot of ways. Like it's not starting out with it started with a conversation between two people in a car driving somewhere. Two gangs were lined up. There's no action. There's the hint that there might be some action, but it's pretty like. It's a very low key way to begin a game. It is like a TV show, like you're watching season 5 or something. I've always thought that Yakuza, more than a lot of other big games, feels more like a TV show in that way. Like it's like this is like season 5 of Yakuza, where you're kind of like, oh, I kind of roughly know who everyone is, but let's see how this starts out. Because yeah, you think like a more modern, like, well, I don't know, games that want to have like big bombastic moments, and this is like the exact opposite. It's just like folk standing about. Do you know what I mean? There's tension. But saying to somebody, "Oh, your first ever Yakuza game? I start with Yakuza 5," and they're like, "All right, what do I do? What's this? Let's turn it on for the first time." They're like, "All right, a taxi driver. All right, cool." Oh, this looks really good, doesn't it? I think I'm right in saying like this is where like my memory for everything's terrible, but like 'cause over here also we only got this on PS3, but it did come out on PS4 in Japan, I think. So this is like, I think, am I right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Maybe, but certainly it was the last of the PS3 Yakuzas we got over here, and like the bump that it's got, it just looks so good. Runs nice and smooth. Oh, who could this taxi driver be? I do like how he is practicing some social distancing. There we go, social distancing joke, because that's what we have to do now. That's what we have to talk about. But not in 2012. Not in 2012 when this game is set. Back in the good old days. Daigo's frown just looks better with the PS4. It does, like, it's, so far I'm like really impressed. I'm listening out, let's see. I don't know if the microphone can pick up the noise my PS4's making. It's not too bad, it's very minimal, but I think because I'm not playing this off a disc, because I just downloaded it when it came out, as opposed to, like, I think Joe likes having all the physical stuff when it comes to these things, and I was like, digital's fine for me a lot of the time. Like, we sold our flat, so I've got no space for anything, so I'd rather just go digital. And the PS4 Pro's got so much bloody space in it to begin with anyway. It seems weird you could get your ID badge with a face mask on. Do you think you do that just so you can be like, alright, you can use my ID the night? I don't think I'd trust that. I think I'd be like, sorry, I want an ID where I can see your full pass. What's great is, so how long, I can't tell how long I've been playing this for so far, but I've not had to touch a single button so far, apart from when I selected the difficulty. But there you go, that's what happens when you actually when you play a game, instead of just picking good moments. A face mask and sunglasses, a total unreasonable ID. Exactly! If you turned that, I mean, obviously, narratively, the ID makes sense, but if you were to be like in the real world, and I held up my, oh, excuse me mate, I need to just check your ID, and I held up my driver's license and it had me wearing like a big fake moustache and like a hood or something, you'd be like, aye, sorry, I'm not accepting that. So, but it's a video game, do you know what I mean? If that's the most unrealistic thing that happens the whole time you're playing a video game, then probably playing the wrong game. Oh wait, there, did I get to hit X? I'd hit X for skipping dialogue, but we're not skipping. There's no skips. Unless I die when I'm playing it, in which case I will skip through cutscenes to get back. Just having a wee drink of, this is Dalston's Cherryade with sweet and sour cherries, which came from a fancy shop in the village. Identified only by your nose bridge. He's like, that's it. Excuse me, can I just check your sideburns? That's the same sideburns in the ID, that's fine. Just have a look at the arch of your eyebrow. Let's see. Aye, that's the right one. That's the right guy. I feel like I'm being rude talking over these cutscenes, but I feel like if I didn't, it would be silence for at least 15 minutes. All you need to know is the Tojo clan is trying to get through some rough times by forging an alliance to make everything better. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure they tried to forge an alliance in every single Yakuza game, and somehow it doesn't go okay every single time. But maybe this time it will work out. Almost Games talking about Daigo in Yakuza 0. Yeah, I actually really like him in Yakuza 0. I think, is it Yakuza 0, I'm right in saying, what's the one where he's a he's a boss fight. Is it Zero? No, it's not Zero because he's only a child in Zero, isn't he? It's is it Kiwami? Kiwami 2. He's actually a really pretty good boss. Like I remember him really hammering me, and I was like, oh wow, this is the first boss that's actually giving me any hassle. Yeah, Daigo as a kid. Yeah, Yakuza Zero is such a good game. I feel like when it comes to like picking what Yakuza game that I was gonna stream, like when I put on the poll, Shenmue 3 was there because Joe's determined for me to play Shenmue 3. I was kind of like, well, Yakuza 4 because I've not played it in ages, but Yakuza 5's like, you can kind of play Yakuza 5 without it spoiling anything. That's the kind of weird thing about the Yakuza games, is like, you could play 6, and while there'd be a few things that didn't make a load of sense, like 5, yeah, it's a great game. 5 is a great game, but it's, in terms of like spoiling like the series, I don't think it's, in my opinion, I don't think it really does that as much as say playing Yakuza 6 or going back. And Yakuza 0, everyone's played Yakuza 0 by now. Anyone that's mildly interested in the Yakuza series has played 0 by now, I'd imagine. Then again, it's been a while since I've played it, so I would like to play it again at some point. The detail, the hazards on, love it. Love it. You can forget about the fear. Who said that? The only spoiler in 5 is the outrageous idea that Majima married a woman at some point. Yeah, well, that's Japan, innit? Oh. Just kicking him out. Imagine how annoyed you'd be though if you quit a big job, like KAZUMA does. When he stops being like is he the fourth chairman? Fourth chairman? I think it's the fourth chairman. Fourth or fifth chairman, I can't remember. Fourth chairman, there we go. There's the answer. And the guy who replaced you, like, jumps into your new work and keeps asking you questions. I don't feel like he really observed the correct, I think he pulled away too quickly in front of that other taxi. I'm not too pleased about that. I feel like that goes against everything that KAZUMA stands for. Lettering. Can he stand lettering? KIRYU should have done a handover pack and Google Docs. There should have been something. Been like, I've left you something in Teams. Right, you can have a look on it that way. Or like, I don't know, check the Dropbox. Go in the Dropbox, you can see it. Don't worry, there's going to be some gameplay at some point. I realise now we've been going for a reasonable amount of time and there's been absolutely no gameplay. Which is funny in a way. That's Yakuza. But then if Richie on his stream with his Metal Gear Solid, if he does progress to like play 2, 3 and definitely 4, there's going to be a lot of that. So I really hope he plays Yakuza 4 because I don't have a PS3 anymore. So I'd really like to watch somebody play it again. Anyway, did I say PS4 or PS3? Don't have a PS3 anymore. Oh. Who could it possibly be? It's Kazuma Kiryu, the 4th chairman of the Tojo clan, the dragon of Kamurocho. What a surprise. Didn't see that coming. Kiryu should have done a handover, yeah. It's just funny, like, you think you go to another city, like, to hide, and you think he'd maybe shave his head, grow a beard, do something so that there is some way to tell the difference, or like, I looked a bit like KAZUMA, but no, he's got a shaved head. KAZUMA would never shaved head. But he's just like, just look exactly the same. Exactly the same. Who could this be? The Princess Lee? I wonder if I'll find out more about that. In fact, talking about, there we go, best combat style is Haruka's, when you're doing the dancing. It's good fun, that bit. Although I'm terrible, absolutely terrible at any form of rhythm action. So that will be torture. That will be torture to watch. But what can you do about that, I suppose?
子供を芸能界に入れようなんて親はさ、自分が叶えられんかった夢ば追いかけさせとうだけで、その子の将来とかそげんこと真剣に考えとらんとよ。
No liking this slagging the big man's getting. I think when I first played this, I thought, oh, has he left his glasses and his face mask? Who's going to recognise him in his ID now? This music, so good. Favourite minigame? See, that's the thing, is like I rushed through so much of this. There's so much I don't remember, which is another good reason to come back to it. I don't know if it counts a minigame, but all the hunting you do with Seijima's brilliant. Like, I felt like I barely scratched the surface on that. Scratched the surface on that. So, oh, here we go, part 1. We finally started part 1 of the game. Sorry, I just realised that I didn't bother my arse to paste a link to this on Facebook. So, just going to try and do that now. Oh, this looks so nice, doesn't it? It's very smooth. Everything's very smooth. Let's see. Just misspelled Yakuza again. Good. I'm a bit weirded out by the fact he did just seem to leave his glasses in his face mask. Which I think I did recently with my sunglasses because I can't find them anymore. But that's kind of a story for another time. Right. Look at the size of him. It's just wild you'd look at him and think he's anything other than Yakuza. His big bag of cash. Right, here we go. The big man's boss. I feel like he does have like powerful, like manager energy. KAZUMA. I really like him. Oh, took a passenger from the middle of the line. Can he do that? I've brought this honour up on the taxi company. Amateur mistake, KAZUMA. I'm very upset. I like the wee box of tissues on its side for easy access, so that as soon as he needs it, he's like, just reach right out and grab it. If you know what I mean. Oh, right, we're actually going to get to control a character. We're actually going to get to control KAZUMA in a minute. Are you ready? You ready? Oof. Whoa. Now we're playing. KAZUMA, yeah, he just seems like just a nice guy. And that's fine. That's good. It's actually quite nice in a game like Yakuza just to have something like that. So, right, first things first, let's go save. Because that's what you need to do in games that don't have autosave. Because I'm pretty sure they didn't add autosave or anything like that into any of these new versions of the games. So that's something I'm going to have to remember. Also, let's check out that item box because we did get some swag. What did I get? Fat Stacks amulet. Yeah, take that. Items, special scarf. Oh, scarf from the orphanage. And yeah, and a plate that I can sell eventually. So let's see, can I equip stuff? How do I equip again? Is it just through items? Did I just move that to the wrong place or something? What the hell did I do? Wait there. Use item box. Did I move it? Oh, fucking. I moved it back into the item box. Right, this is going to be a recurring theme where you'll notice me do things that make very little sense. There we go. So we've got a wee bit of armour as well. Right, let's get to the door. And just while it's doing that, I'm going to grab a whiskey. There you go. Proved that I'm wearing trousers, so that's good. Actually, I got a wee bit left in this bottle, so that's quite nice. There we go. Lovely. I won't leave it on that table because I realise it will make a noise on the table every time I put it down. But Aberfeldy, 12 year. It's very nice. I kind of meant who gave it to me, but I've had it for ages. But just recently got back into having a wee alcoholic beverage. Is it a beverage if it's a whiskey? Don't know. Liquid. Alcoholic liquid. Right. Let's go buy a gift. So, I find myself remembering that I'm pretty sure I buy them like a sushi dinner or something like that. Or I try to, but we'll find out. What would make a good souvenir for my co-worker? Spicy cod roe. Oh, I'm always... Whenever I'm saying sorry to somebody, I'm always buying them fish. Right. You got a problem, mate? Gonna fight me? Right, let's get running. Let's see, what's the run button again? Let's just run his own. Right, it's run his own. Oh, look at the detail, look at the detail, lovely. Let's see, what are you saying? Energy drinks. Saying sorry to someone and give them a can of Red Bull. Fish eggs by way of apology, the classic move. Exactly, aye, it's like, so, I don't know why I've never tried that. Aye, yeah, she's just thinking, I'll get them a Red Bull. I'm sorry I took that passenger, here's a Red Bull. Aye, I'll watch it. Right. Anyone get any more, like, bad advice on what to buy somebody? Pawn shop, good idea. I can go sell my gold plate. Let's see, how do I bring up the... That obviously does not bring up the map, right? Map, right. Where's the X to enlarge? Right, where's the pawn shop? Right, no clue. I'm just gonna make my way there. I'm sure I'll find something. You alright, mate? What are you selling? What are you gonna sell me? You gonna sell me some cod roe? Japanese sweets. This guy's selling sweeties. Right, okay. Who doesn't like sweeties? I'm pretty sure like whatever I buy it's usually something quite expensive. There we go, we'll get him some fish. But maybe if I come across another interesting shop on the way I'll do that. I feel like it's given me so many options because there's not a good option. Do you know what I mean? There's not like he wanted a milk tray or something. I can't go in there. Oh, that's what all the Rangers fans are in Scotland because they are. That's the closest I can get to making a football joke. I might even take a picture of that later. In fact, take a picture of it now. Why not? There we go. There's a wee picture. I'll put that one later. On something. Maybe why not? Right, let's have a go. So, where is the pawn shop? Right. List. There we go. Pawn shop. Ah, right, so the pawn shop's just in there. Right, okay. So we'll go down this road and we'll go to the pawn shop. See if there's anything decent to buy. And also sell. Oh, look at that. That was amazing, that guy just pulling out. Sorry. I'm very amazed by the simplest of things. Also, anyone who watches this, and watches anything, just be aware that I'm terrible when it comes to directions. Like following directions and maps and stuff like that. Just so you're aware, if you're like, why is he going the wrong way and stuff like that. It's just best just to go with it. Is this the pawn shop? Looks like a pawn shop. Did you ever finish that round of golf in Yakuza 3? Oh, that was like our last... I think that was our last stream actually, wasn't it? Like, it got to the point where I was playing the golf in Yakuza 3 and it was there. Apparently I'd forgotten the buttons and it was terrible. I don't think I've ever played anything in a game as bad as that before. I'm here to sell it, see how much my gold plate will get me. How much am I getting? Oh ho ho ho, yes. I will sell that. And let's see what you've got to... Let's see what you're selling. What can you get me? Alright, so selling... selling some second hand juice. I'll take some second hand juice off you. Let's see, a repair kit. Don't have any weapons yet, so I could probably buy... Oh, I can actually buy... I can go pretty mental here. Let's have a look. Well, I might get... Let's see. That's pretty good. I never really bother with the ones that make me immune to, like... sounds bad, but status effects, like fire and electrical shock. I never really bother my ass with them. Now buy a blackjack. Here's a taxi driver. I need to protect myself. Repair kit, might as well. I've got the money for it. Pepper spray, always funny. Extendable staff. Yeah, that'll do me. None of these are gifts for anyone though, they're just... Oh no, I don't want that. Ah, yeah, why not, I'll take it anyway. No worries. I don't know, I'm really sorry I took that fare. Here is a baseball bat. Let's see. Bring up the bloody... right, let's see. There we go. I feel more protected now. So let's just get some pepper spray. No. And my blackjack. There we go. I think KAZUMA's now decided to, under my guidance, has completely given up being a peaceful taxi driver. I like that. Right, let's go and find it. Oh, it looks so good. This doesn't it? Just so smooth. I keep saying smooth. I need to stop saying. I need to have a better word than smooth. Right, here we are. We've got our packet of fish. We're going to say sorry. It'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Armed to the teeth and ready to apologise. Yeah, it's like, is that taxi driver wearing chain mail? Is that a baseball bat? Excuse me, did you come to say sorry and you're carrying a baseball bat, a blackjack, pepper spray, and you're wearing chain mail? Yes, would you like these fish eggs? Chubby driver. It's not going well already. I don't think he's a driver, is he? He's behind a desk. I broke the rules. We get monkeys like you breaking rules left, right and centre. Now just a minute. Figures you get uppity. Real scum of the earth. I love the localizations on these are brilliant. Please sir, just let me see my piece. I've bought some fish eggs to say sorry. Sorry, it's my fault. I saw the guy who is the chairman of the Yakuza clan that I used to be in charge of, and I wanted to give him a quiet, I was going to say a quiet ride, but that sounds pretty inappropriate. What to give? Give him a repair kit for a weapon. That's one hell of a treat. Oh, alright. There we go, so... Because I've done that, that's the game over. I picked the right item, the game is now over. That's a shame. Get right in the phone. Aye, fish was a good idea. Why did you even think to give him fish? Oh, I listened into someone's conversation and they mentioned it in passing, so I thought, hey, that's a good idea. Right, I'm doing a bit of X pushing here. Live with this. It's just a conversation. Cut that humility mumbo jumbo out of here. I was saying the localization was quite good. Maybe I've made a mistake. The amount of detail in this game, yeah, the way he holds his mobile phone is terrible. It's like this. It's like... You hold your phone like that. They scudded it right off my laptop. But, do you know what I mean? Yes, that's a... Hard to explain, and also, to be honest, Nakajima, this isn't the time to ask me. Right, come on. Just want to see with cash in your pocket and a smile on your face. Oh, I just remembered you can send money back to the orphanage in this, can't you? And I've just went and spent it all on like chainmail and weapons. Is it this when I send money back to it, or was that 4? Yeah, no, I have. That's amazing. I could have sent them loads of money instead of just spent it on baseball bat and a blackjack and chainmail. Okay, right. Alright, when you said that microphone's picking up nothing, I literally thought you meant this microphone here. And I was like, oh, for God's sake, I'm gonna have to how am I gonna fix this? Unless you did mean that microphone there, which is not funny. Yeah, the kids are starving. It's not even the KAZUMA's luxuriating. He's just tooled up for no reason at this point. Everything's fine. Right, there's the ATM. Oh, I love being able to kind of look at the magazines. Oh, I just love the attention to detail and all these. It's so good. I don't know what I'd like to read though. I'd like to read Winter. Beauty. Is that just Popo? Business looks quite good. But I think Leon. But Leon looks like it's kind of in the Edge font. I don't know if I'm really bad when it comes to fonts. I'm bad when it comes to fonts. But yeah, that does look. Is that a hint at like? Is that Gordon Freeman drinking a coffee? Right. Let's examine this. I think 10,000. I'll give them a bit more because I feel guilty now, and I've got a bit more money. So let's give them 40,000. Confirm. Transfer complete. It just makes me feel better. Looks like the money went through. Okay. Good. Can I look at the magazines now? Yes. Oh. Amazing. I'll read. I thought it said Digimon Station, but I'll read Digimon Station. Oh, look at that, that's so cool. Actually, do they have the new One Piece? They got Jump. What is Leon? I mean, I know what the film is. The guy in Leon looks like Louis Theroux's stunt double. He does a bit. A lifestyle magazine. A Bible for those mature men who want a dash of bad boy flair and offers advice. Can you get bad boy flair from a magazine? Right, just do Famitsu. Oh, look at that. Oh. Brilliant. Love it. I don't know, can I look? I'm trying to remember if I can look at. I don't think I can look at these books, can I? No, I can't. Right, we'll get out of here. Looks like Louis Theroux. Well, it does. It zoomed in. It looks like Louis Theroux. I did think I had a bit of the Gordon Freemans. Hello as well. Hello to anyone that has joined since starting this as well. Hey pal, I saw you using an ADM. You mind giving me some money? Oh, thank God. I don't wait there. This is fun because when did I start this? About say 10 past. So it's taken us. We're talking maybe 40 minutes. It's taken us 40 minutes to get to the first fight, and I'm hoping I don't absolutely arse it up because that'd be pretty embarrassing. Stingy prick. All right. See, look, it's like he's I don't know, sad in a way, but then. He doesn't put up much of a protest. Right. Traditional Yakuza combo that you pretty much stick with in some variation for the entire game. Heat action, right. Oh, I won't have any of the good heat actions yet. Oh, there we go, right. Boof, right. He's not getting back up. Who's next? Was there not that thing recently they were talking about, is it The Last of Us 2 or something? They're saying it's going to make you feel like sorry for all the enemies because they've all got names, and you're like, every Yakuza game has a name. Every Yakuza baddie has a name. That's what's great about it. Well, no, it's great. It's no, I mean, it's just a nice wee touch. Get lost. Really glad that first fight went reasonably well. Massive fan of Kiryu in a coat. Yeah, I know. Oh, the demo from Yakuza 6, that was brilliant. Like, it was kind of a shame they never really that just kind of vanished. Right, let's see. I always do like getting some more health. It's boring, but it's good. Essence of finish it. Yep, always, 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 always. Let's see. Double finishing blow. Yeah, take that as well. Cool. I just don't know why you would not want to like, because there's that whole thing. They're like, oh yeah, just let it do it itself. And I'm like, why would you do that? A Uniqlo puff jacket. Oh man, that'd be good. Emails I've received. Let's have a look at my emails. Thank you for using the M Store. Alright. Thought they'd be saying like you can't come back in here. You were just fighting outside. Yeah, going the wrong way. Right, let's turn around. Oh, it's probably quicker to go this way actually. Sorry. Look at this guy. He is absolutely out his gourd. You alright, mate? I'm not staying away for guys in red tracksuits. If anything, I'm going to look for them. You alright? Talk to my back. Do I have a minute? Yeah, all the time in the world. The guy from the tourism board. Oh, is this? Yeah, this is the photos, isn't it? Imagine you just bumped into a guy who was looking a bit puzzled in the street and he was like, actually, I really need you to take pictures for this pamphlet I'm making. Not much reason to say no. No reason at all to say no. Except, you know, you've got a job as a taxi driver and you don't know this guy. When you visit sightseeing spots around town, the photograph icon may appear. Press X. Well, displays, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Cool. Nice. Can I take a picture of the toilet? Can I take a picture of this toilet? Right. Let's go find my boss. I think he's feeling sad. Wants to go have a drink with me. Right. Oh, some nice bikes. Right, just get off the road. Common sense, KAZUMA. Is this as fast as I can run? Right, that's the walk button. We're not pushing that button again. Right, who's this guy? Is he going to give me a job as well? Alright, cool. I wonder what would happen if you just went up to a guy who looked a bit puzzled and like, hi, can I just talk to you a minute? That lad's hair is so dark that light can't escape it, like Vanta Black. Aye, some of the eyes. It does look a wee bit daft. Oh, fishing, but I've got no fishing rod. Nah, we'll maybe some other time. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Oh, save. Let's just quickly. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's just quickly save, since that's something we need to do. If you're counting, that's the second save so far. Unless it's not, in which case I've lost count. There we go. It's funny, like, trying to get used to playing, like, I've been playing a lot of Persona 5 recently, and it feels like that's exactly what, like, I'm pushing all those, like, all the Persona buttons. I'm pushing all the Persona buttons to try and do something. Obviously, Hiho's hand.
そうね。でもよかね、鈴木さんは。俺とか今年でも。社長。
You're still single, really? A man with such powerful manager energy.
似たようなもんちゅうこって。
Nice your trait. Excellent. Champion.
思いっきり遊ぼうやないね。そうと決まったら俺についてきて。鈴木さんにこん町場堪能させちゃけ。
I'm gonna get drunk with my manager.
そりゃそうと長洲には慣れたね。
Right. Obviously, your eye wants to follow the two main characters here, but it's much funnier to watch the other people in their weird pace. All the ghosts. Just vanishing. Attracting quite a crowd.
そうやね。まあなんちゅうか勘ってやつわい。うまく説明できんちゃけど、俺は自分が好きになった男しか雇わんしみたい。
Thing is, it's nice because I think Yakuza has a bit of a tendency for like like action cutscenes to be quite static at times. So this is quite nice that people are moving, but all the people around it are making it incredibly distracting. Especially this woman standing behind them and like vibrating. NPCs just phasing in and out of existence. Isn't actually better than my boss in real life. I don't know if I've ever actually met my boss in real life, so yeah, possibly. Yeah, I work from home, so it's all remote. I don't know. I think if I worked with Nakajima, I'd feel sorry for him more than anything else. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But then he is taking me out for a nice drink and a nice meal. So yeah, I can't really criticise him. Fair play. Table for two. Yeah. Don't be shy, don't worry. Right, okay. It's difficult because, like, I don't know, we're a bit behind, but let's. I'm gonna wait until like, right. So, what should I go for? Everything's free, apparently. So what's the main thing they were talking about? This stuff. Is this a set? I feel like that's probably the one to go for. Oh god. Oh no. Well, I guess what we're having is one of everything. One of everything. Nothing beats sitting here while one of my taxi drivers eats everything on the menu. Let's dig in. Insane amount of food Kazuma's about to eat. Oh, I would eat all this. Collagen pudding, not too sure. Don't know, maybe it's nice. Oh, you experienced it, it's nice. Aye, I would be absolutely raging. I'd be like, I know I said I wanted to take you out for something to eat, but you ordered everything on the menu. Yeah, it was great. It was great, yeah. I know, I love karaoke. I had some in Cardiff back in February that was quite nice. I'm trying to remember, but it feels like everything's the same month now.
そうねそうね。お、醤油ってことはやっぱり鈴木さん関東の人なんやね。いや。
Dropped a £300 bill on your boss. I used to remember when I was like, it was my first job after I graduated. I worked at the game station. I worked as a student, but I went full time. And that's pretty much what my boss did once. My manager at the time, to tell me I got a promotion, took me out and got me one of the drunkest nights I've ever had. To the point where I had to get him to phone his wife to confirm that I actually got the job because I thought he was taking the piss. Because I was so drunk I couldn't believe a word that was coming out of his mouth. He's pretty far gone, but he'll be fine. Might just tell him to get in a taxi. Owns a taxi company. Alright. Sleazy jerk. Shame. Creepy jackass. Creepy jackass, that's the Halloween one where Johnny Knoxville puts a ghost up his bum.
だけ守ってあげちゃえよ。もちろんお礼はしっかりしてもらうばって。は
当に大丈夫やけん。
おいキサンダ
Steve Boo, oh, that's really good. Steve Boo's quite good. The wee man is in. That's kind of noise a ghost would make, innit? Wee. Is it a noise a ghost would make? Oh, that looked like he lost a tooth. Nakajuma's just imploded. Who do you think you are? Do you think it's coincidence that both the sleazy and the creepy guy both have ponytails? Is that like a comment on something? Is that commentary? Is that social commentary? No, Kazuma's not really like that, Stan. You can't just punch a guy in the mouth after he buys your £300 down. Right, street punks. It's a shame what's going to happen to you. Right, you. Oh, first face stomp. Beautiful. I was going to go do a flying kick, but I've not knocked that yet. But oh, Olive, the bike. Come on, stand up. Yes. Yes. Oh, it's the wee crack at the end. But on an important note, that's someone else's bike, and KAZUMA did just wreck it. Absolutely wrecked it. But it's okay. Yes, I'm in a house. Always find the product placement stuff in Yakuza games really good, just adds the atmosphere without seeming cheesy. Yeah, like I think it's quite fun. Like in the background, there's like products and like kind of real shops or like very close approximations. I think that's why like all the places like Kamurocho and stuff feels real. Like, do you know what I mean? It doesn't feel fictional. It feels like a real place, especially when you play from like, well, I suppose now 0 all the way through the series. You see it grow and change, and it's very, very good. How much the medical insurance those street thugs need? Yeah, exactly. Like, and what do you say to them? It's like, oh, I'm a taxi driver, battered us both. Actually, he threw a bike on me and jumped through it. Can you read One Piece in the shop? I feel like I made that up. I don't think you can. I tried to look at it. It wouldn't let me. Let's see, this would be 2012 now. I've only just caught up with One Piece, so I'm actually officially up to date. But in 2012, I mean, who knows what they'd be reading at that time. I read it all in like the space of a year, I think, with a big bunch of time off, and like I like to read. I was gonna say I like to read books. That sounds wanky, but I do like to read books. So I kind of took lots of breaks in it. But no, you can look at the front cover of Famitsu, which is very cool though. I don't know if the licensing for one, but like I don't know if they'll be able to license like any jump stuff for this. But it'd be cool if they could. But I feel like they've been even narrower. Like Yakuza has already got such a narrow like fan base, even to narrow it even more just to have like a few pages of One Piece in. I think the amount of money it would cost would probably be a bit too much, but it would be cool. I feel like I'm getting further down. The longer I play, the more I'm leaning down. Oh, am I going for more food? I'm going to buy more food. I'm going to make you pay for more food. Those punks gave you the beating of a lifetime. It's Kazuma. Would it be cool if they just did it? No lies. It would be no skin off my back, obviously, but I think that's probably an easy way to get your game taken down. Probably. But then, would it? They'd probably just patch it out, stick in something else. His forehead's become very veiny since he got punched. Is that a thing that happens when you're drunk? Your forehead becomes veinier? I don't know how I feel on my own forehead to see if I could. Oh, I can't thank you enough for the opportunity. Now please let me order everything off the menu and please pay for it. I like the detail on his would say like his what's that? I mean chin. I suppose he's wee double chins. I think it's quite cute. It's got wee layers. Cute. Take an old fella like me. I've been through it. Right. I'm so trusting now because everything in my life went really badly because I was too trusting. So now I'm even more trusting. It was in Japan last year, kept on seeing bikes and traffic cones and thinking I could just use that. Yeah, just use it. Nothing to stop you. They leave them there, so you'd use them. You could read the manga in Yakuza 5 on the PS3. Ah, that's interesting. Yeah, I had a feeling there's something like that. Yeah, it'll just be licensing, I'd imagine. But that's cool. That was in the PS3 one. Don't know. Can I complain that they've? Is that censorship? Is that censorship from Sega? Taking that out of the game? Can I complain? Can I speak to the video game ombudsman about it? Right, let's. Just noticed that the poster next to KIRYU. I thought it was a person, like someone, like a really small person, like looking up the counter. Enough of this. Yeah, of course I want a drink. You're paying. Just eat your great big bowl of spring onion. What's the next whiskey of choice? It's the last of my Aberfeldy. I think I've had it for about 2 years, so it was very nice, but I decided to finish it tonight. I was going to have that or a rum, but I thought I could have like one whiskey and that finishes a bottle, which means I can stick out for the recycling for next week. Right. Right, let's get through this. Let's get through this. If it was important plot stuff, we'd be keeping it. However, it's not. Oh, there's been rumours. What the rumours tell me? Right, we don't. Single, in your 40s, never go drinking. I can't blame the boys for wondering, are you the 4th chairman of the Tojo clan? That's the rumour. KIRYU looks older in 5 than he does in 6. His age has always been like the one thing that I think the I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Let's get back off now. I think it's hard to tell. I think I'd say he does look a bit older than 6, but I don't know. Close though. I don't like. I mean, it's not far off, but 6 is so good. I can't wait to play 6 again. Actually, I've not played that in so long. Well, since it came out, like we were lucky. Because it was like 6 was it due out in like, I want to say it was due out in like February or March, and it was delayed to like May or something daft like that. So we ended up getting the game like about a month to a month and a half before it actually came out for a review, and it was amazing just getting to spend all that time, like no rush. And that was the biggest thing about 4 and 5, and to a degree about 3 as well, is there was a lot of rush with them, like, which was either because I was writing a review, so I think I mentioned at the start of the video, I'm pretty sure at least, I think 4 and 5, me and Joe, or just myself, did reviews for Vice Gaming, as it was then, and so like rushed through big chunks of it just to like get through like Tanimura in Yakuza 4, like I just breezed through that instead of getting to spend a lot of time in it. And 5 to the degree was like that as well. Whereas 6 was like, oh, I've got so much time, I can actually enjoy playing it. To the point where like I was, by the end of the game, I was ridiculously powerful, like just unstoppable. I mean in the game, not like in real life, but it was very cool.
ご指名ということでよろしいですか。指名料金は別途加わりますが。
お金は払わん。フリでよか。ガッテン。
See, we're seeing a bad side of the boss now.
お客様。
So.
すいません。お金はちゃんと私が払い。
はあ。
Honestly though, imagine, like, again, it's your first, imagine you 5 is your first Yakuza game, and like, obviously if you know what you're signing up for, you're fine, but so far we've had in hour, we've had 2 fights, and now we're straight into like a hostess bar. Amazing. I played 5 in an absolute blur, like when you inhale takeaway after it arrives late. Yeah, I feel that. Do I like this look that KAZUMA has now, like getting the tie off, getting the jumper unbuttoned? It's like when you go drinking with Richie Morgan. Right. Oh. I'm kind of perching forward so the microphone actually picks me up. My poor 32-year-old back can't take it. Now there's a number 1.
そんなことないですよ。私も年なんで。
なんば言いよっとね。鈴木さん、よかおなごやんね。
KAZUMA, both simultaneously sexless and so sexy. Kiwami is my long pile of shame. Really need to get back to it soon. Kiwami's great. Like I liked all the things that changed with it, like the addition of like Nishiki. Well, not the addition of him, but like all the extra stuff with him is brilliant. Like works really well. Like to my mind, it is a better version of Yakuza 1. There's like an episode of Yakuza Season Pass. Yeah, like that. Like I actually said that at the start of this video. Is like I think the Yakuza games do feel like seasons of a TV show more than anything else. Like more than any other series of games, I'd say. Big fan of the red-faced veiny forehead look. Yeah, it looks good. Like I was looking at that, I think it was someone, I think it was on Twitter, I think I retweeted it, someone going into the meaning behind everyone's back tattoos, and like Nishiki's one is it the carp swimming upstream, with the idea that eventually a carp swimming upstream, if it accomplishes what it's aiming for, will become a dragon, and just like the symbolism behind like his whole life in the Yakuza is completely overshadowed by this other guy. Like his whole everything is just overshadowed by like KAZUMA, and just how that works. It's so good. Like it's a good, really good article, I'd say. Or article, a really good thread of tweets. Although it kind of spoils some things. It reveals who like certain bosses are and the tattoos. But it is very interesting. It was fascinating. Yeah, that's it. The carp represents a life of struggle, and if it completes its struggle, it becomes the dragon. Of course, KAZUMA is the dragon of Dojima. I think I called him the dragon of Kamurocho earlier. But yeah, I was really impressed when I read all that stuff. I was like, wow, that's cool. I like that nice t-shirt. I have noticed, like, so far, I've noticed there seems to be, like, I don't know what it is, like, there's something, the way the liquid looks isn't quite right, and, like, some of their eyes are looking a wee bit odd as well, like, I don't know if it's just me, but something like, it's like some things look a bit too shiny. Is that just me? I don't know if you'll be able to see that properly in the stream though, but there is kind of some odd like textures. I think it's a texture. I like the voice actor for Nishiki's doing Ichiban for 7. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm so excited about 7. Although I'm wondering now that, because Yakuza 7's been, like, I think they're saying it's going to be like a kind of launch window game for the Series X, the new Xbox. So I'm wondering, does that mean we're not getting it at all until Thanksgiving, Christmas time in the West? Or does it just mean, oh yeah, you'll be able to play it day one, but it's coming out before that, or is it coming out in PS4 first and then a few months later it's coming out in Series X? Because I mean, it's already out in Japan, but it's just like, when are we getting it over here? Because I'd love to play it. Like, if they could somehow get it out now, I would drop every other game I'm playing to play Yakuza 7. Like, can't wait for it. The demo, I think the demo I think is still in the Japanese PSN store, I think, and it's brilliant. Whiskey physics are always odd. Yeah, it's a bit. There's just something that seems a bit off, but I can't remember if it's something to do with this remaster or if it was like that in the original, because it's been so long since I played it. Right, okay, we're getting another fight. Right. Picked the wrong day. I'm in a bad mood. Right. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, that reminds me, actually. Wait there, can I pause? Yep, because I just remembered that I got enough to level up, so let's just quickly... yep. Essence of hurling. Show an enemy grabbing you that they should keep their hands to themselves by pile driving them. Yes, of course. Drop kick. Yes. Eat the drop kick. Oh, I can't believe that. I can't even believe that. Right, you're getting a still. Right, let's... This is going just about as well as I thought it would, to be honest. Wait a minute, actually, I've just realised I'm making a terrible mistake here, because I've got... Let's see. I've got my blackjack. Do you like that? Type one. Do you like that? Right there. What else we got? Pepper spray. Right there. Oh. How that bloody... Does it only work as a heat move? Right there. This guy just loves grabbing me. Right, we're gonna get some heat moves on the go. Right. How do I use the pepper? Is it circle? I feel like I'm missing a trick here. No, it's not circle. This guy grabs me like that one more time, I'm gonna lose it. Right. Let's get... Oh, no thing. Let's have a... Nah. I can't believe how badly I'm doing it. This is embarrassing. Right, we're putting the pepper spray away. I'll take that baseball one. That's it. Yes. There we go. That's the one. Stitch that. Right. Alright, so essence of counter attack. Let's see. Did I just do that wrong? No, I did it right. We're fine. Kind of embarrassing, but it ended well. Like when I make love. I'm totally waiting for 7. I can deal with the wait. Picked up Sakura Wars last week. It looks alright. I don't know if I'm into the whole, like, it's quite romancy, isn't it? And I don't know if I'm into that as much. Is it a strategy game? Sakura Wars, is it more of a JRPG? I've not really followed too much of it. I've just been playing a lot of Persona 5 Royale, which is really good. Really enjoying that. and the Final Fantasy VII remake, which I've not tried yet. Joe's still playing it, but chances are baby number 2 is going to come along like by Monday, so I don't think he's going to be completing anytime soon. I bet the Bucks spent. I wouldn't have thought that Xbox had spent money to delay it in the West. I don't think that would be very good, but I mean, we'll get it when we get it. That's the important thing. Yeah, love those fights when you get absolutely right at the place to stop some thug wrecking the place. Yeah, exactly. Like, is KAZUMA really the saviour here? I don't think he is. It's a JRPG. Alright.
それじゃあ明日も仕事頼んだけんね。お疲れ。
お疲れ様です。
So that's Joe texting me. Right. Oh, steaming. Right, so let's... You can sober up by running around or drinking coffee. In my experience, running about doesn't really... Oh, I was going the wrong bloody way. Right, did I get any... Did I level up at all, or was my fight so bad that the game was embarrassed for me? No, I did not level up. Right. Let's get home. He doesn't really... He's kind of like, I don't know, he's not that drunk, is he? Right. You boys want to fight? Are you fighting, boys? Are you just regular guys? Sorry. I'll leave you alone. Are you people together? Because you all just turn around at the exact same time. Right. Let's go visit my apartment. Is it my apartment? Am I going home? You two alright? Oh. A dashing young lad. Hello, dashing young lad. Is this, yeah, I was going to say it's Komaki's, like, is it grandson or something like that? What would I rather see remade, remastered, Kenzan, Ishin, or the Black Panther game? Oh, sure, nearly dropped my controller. Probably, well, Ishin is the, am I right in saying Ishin's the newer one? That was the one that was in PS4, so maybe the PS4 one, because in theory, it'd be easier just to move it over, you just localise it and it's already in PS4. The Black Panther games would be great. I think I have played them like ages ago. I think Joe had them on the PSP, so I've given them a wee shot and they were very cool, but I think the Black Panther stuff is like, I don't know, it's like, you know how in Star Wars there was like the cartoons with the Ewoks in it and they just don't talk about that anymore. I think that's pretty much what Black Panther is. I think it's just so far off to the side that nobody cares about it, but it was very cool. The TV show was quite good as well. The live action one, it was pretty funny. What's in the Club Sega in this one? Yeah, I think it's Virtua Fighter 2. Yeah, I don't think we did get 5 until 6. Didn't get 5 until 6, if that makes sense. I can't remember. So much I can't remember. Taiko no Tatsujin, yes. I want to say yes to that one. And then Dead Souls getting remastered. Maybe, like, I'd play it. If it came out again, I would play it. But I would rather they brought it by a new domain, because it was already a better shooting game, if you know what I mean. Like, Dead Souls was kind of like the dry run for a much better shooting game, but it is a good curious. Like, I think if they were to do like a double pack, which, like, obviously we're wandering into the realms of, like, oh, they could do this, but I think if they did like a double pack with like Ishin and Dead Souls as a kind of like, here's some offshoots, that'd be quite good. Yeah, you can definitely do photo booths. Right. I've actually not been paying attention to this though. Oh, hang on. Yeah, the photo booths are definitely in this one. I mean, obviously, we live in a world where the spin-off pack isn't going to happen, but it would be wonderful if it did. Right, let's bar this dashing young man. Oh shit. nearly knocked it off the pile of Ian Rankin books that I'm using as like a thing to bring up. What do you call it? A stand? Right. Let's go for it. Oh wait there. Press R2 in heat mode to trigger a Dragon Spirit for a set time. Not I'm pushing R2. Alright. I see. I'd forgotten about this. I wouldn't be too proud of that performance, to be honest. Let's see. Dead Souls was fun enough, but felt lifeless and empty in the safe areas. Yeah, it did. There was a lot. Like, Dead Souls was great fun for what it was, but like when there was that period where we thought it had killed the series in the West, it was pretty depressing. When it was like, right, Dead Souls, that's your last Yakuza game, is overall the worst one. It's an inherent charm about the Yakuza games that similar Western style games don't have. Arguably the world is more full of things than the GTA games. Definitely. Like, I think the GTA games fill, like, they do fill their world, but it's like loads of races and like just loads of car stuff, which is fine if that's what you're into. But I feel like the actual worlds themselves are quite limited. Yeah, there's clothes shops. There's like, or you can go to the gym and stuff. I don't even know. Can you even do that in 5? Or is that just in San Andreas? We can do certain side stuff, but I feel like Yakuza concentrates on making smaller places but full of stuff. Whereas I think Grand Theft Auto's always been more about, let's make it bigger. Let's make it as big as we can, and it looks nice, and it's detailed in the way that like the shops look cool when you're racing past them, but it's not like detailed in like a kind of micro way. And I think that's where Yakuza works. Is like Kamurocho's not huge, but it's so packed with stuff to look at and do that like it doesn't matter. That it's not as big as the biggest island in Grand Theft Auto. Do you know what I mean? That's why it's, I wouldn't say better, different, but in a good way. Is Judgment 2 a given? I think so. I think it did. I loved it. I loved Judgment. Like, really, really loved it. I think, was it my game of the year last year? I can't remember. It's definitely one of them. I'd hope so, because I think, like, they hit on a really good way to use everything about the kind of Yakuza games and just give it just enough of a tweak to make it really fresh. Though I know there's a lot of people who weren't very happy with the changes they made, like maybe the repetition of certain things, like chasing folk and sneaking up behind them and stuff. But I thought it was fine, and to be honest, I think Judgment had such a strong ending. Like the last 2-3 hours in Judgment are so good. I loved it. I thought Judgment was so good. I really hope they do more. Either they do like Judgment 2, or they just continue to do like spin-offs like that, like something a wee bit different. They just need to add karaoke. Yeah, that's weird, because isn't, like, I think someone said like the guy who in real life plays the lead guy from Judgment, whose name escapes me, is a singer. Like, he's known for being a singer in real life or something. Yeah, it felt like a shame you couldn't go to the karaoke. Not happy with being out this late. I really should get home. We're going to take a look around. On second thought, maybe I'm alright though. I'm trying to remember if it's in this that you could like pretty much just go and get like a bunch of moves off him right at the beginning, or a bunch of power up stuff. Am I still Steven? I'm trying to remember. I could be totally wrong. Yeah, it felt like you could like get a couple of things done kind of early, then he just keeps saying like, yeah, go away. He's just talking about his grandpa, who of course is Komaki, who's in tons of games, tons of Yakuza games. A bit for more Kamurocho stories. Yeah, that's what I liked about it. It was just like a different view of Kamurocho. Like that's cool. Though I think it fit really well because you've got someone who is like essentially like law abiding, but has enough wiggle room so that he can get in a big fight. I think the trouble would be like, how do you find someone else that could do that without going down? Sorry, I'm just that. Without going down the like we've got Tanimura, I suppose, who was a policeman who kind of operated slightly outside of the law, but I think it would be difficult to find someone again that would fit so well where they can have fights in the street, but they're not getting arrested all the time. Takuya Kimura, that was in SMAP. The Japanese take that. If take that was also Antec. Sounds like a riddle. I'd love a Date story. Well, I think that's where they could like do interesting stuff. Is like because Date we know was kind of was like investigating the Yakuza and stuff like that. So that would be really interesting, like organised crime. You can prevent the activation of heat actions by holding down L2. Do this when you want to raise the heat gauge or take a greater control of how you use your techniques. We'll come back to you later. Don't want to do it all now. Kazuma's just big strides as he's running along. Right, what time are we at? I'll maybe go for a wee bit longer. Why not? Completely off topic. Completely off topic. I really wanted a sequel to Sleeping Dogs. Games set in Asia tend to be well written, or at least appeal to me more. I played a wee bit of Sleeping Dogs. I think my problem with Sleeping Dogs was I was comparing it immediately to Yakuza, which is unfair because it is its own thing. Did they bring it out on PS? Oh yes, this is good. Did they bring it out on PS4? Sleeping Dogs. I feel like they did. Off. You get pounced. Right, who's next? Let's see what we got. Oh, there we go. No bother. Let's put that away. Deal with you. Demoralising enemy. Taunt them. Let's see, can I put you in a bollard? Let me put you in a bollard. No, just stamp in your face. Oh, it's the best move in any game. It's the face stomp, absolutely. They hosted a load of TV shows as well, saying, interesting. Avoiding encounters, that's never going to happen. I can promise now, I'm never going to avoid a fight in a Yakuza game. Why would you? It's the best bit. Enhanced regard. Right, okay, we'll upgrade that one. Block enemy attacks. The spirit of the black tortoise to increase your heat gauge. Alright, cool, take that. Earn more experience points with finishing off enemies with heat actions. Very cool. That's cool. Aye. Right, let's get going. Where's my house? I love it when you can get into the random fights. That's the best bit. It's the it's so much fun. It never gets boring. Because as you get better in the game, the fights get quicker. So it's never tedious. It's never like random fights that get boring, in my opinion. Just look at that line of people just waiting. Oh. Unreal. Is that a red tracksuit? Does that count as a red tracksuit? No. Oh, over you go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right, who's left? Send you into space. Oh. Just finish him a nice simple. Just over the shoulder. I imagine, although that would still be sore, it's the least painful thing. Do you know what I mean? It would still be sore, but it's not getting punched in the face sore. Do you know what I mean? I'm amazed they've not milked Majima's popularity for all it's worth. Yeah, well, that's the funny thing was he became like beyond the popularity he was already at after like Yakuza 0, and then he's just not in Yakuza 6. He's just not in it at all. Like him and Saejima turn up right at the beginning. And then I think, are they in it right at the end? But that's it, just not in it. But I suppose that was a game that was meant to be more about Kazuma's like last kind of big hurrah. But at the same time, you're like, it feels funny now when you play it and you think, wow, there should have been way more Majima in that. Oh. There we go, that's the one. Off. Don't know if that kick was worth it for getting battered. Right. Oh. Over you go. I'll give you a wee stomp. And what we got? A bike. Yep. Take that. He ducked. That was amazing. I was like that guy on Twitter who does the amazing like. Oh, what's this? You guys joining in? Somebody standing up I can do this against? Yes. I feel like throwing the bike at the person at the end is just adding insult to injury, to be honest. It's definitely adding injury. Oof. Right, who's still alive? Yep, you can get one as well. Death Horn, brilliant. Love it. How much health you got? Enough. And just to finish it off the way you should finish off every fight, by stamping in someone's face. Does the Yakuza 5 remaster still have the pedaling bike heat action? Just saw it. Just saw it there. It's like I knew, like I'd seen it, but I hadn't. Gears and 7 though, Majima Nowhere. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, they've been kind of, like, I've been avoiding quite a lot of stuff about 7, even though I have played the demo. But, like, seeing some of the characters as summons is quite confusing, considering how the story is. But I am looking forward to finding out more. Right, where are we going? Let's see if I can get a fight. Can I get a fight along here and throw someone in the river? Let's have a look. Can you even throw anyone in the river? Can you get into a fight here? Everyone's looking too peaceful. Oh, there's a guy there, but can I somehow tempt him over? Will I get enough leeway? Is he going? He's there. I'll go fight him anyway. I should probably be furthering the story, but I just enjoy fighting so much. I can't wait for the RPG stuff in 7. I just feel like it's going to feel so fun. Right. Oh, a taser. Right. You're not getting to use that on me, son. But I will take it. Oh, is it gone? Oh no, there's. Oh, everyone get my road so I can pick up that taser. Oh, he's picked up. Bastard. Right. Give me that taser. Adechi, give me the taser. Has he dropped it? Oh, can you see? Let's see. Oh, one of my favourite heat moves used to involve like having like the bollards between you and stuff like that, but I don't think I can get that in this right now. Right. Love how specific it is. It tells you like what cafe the street sign's from and stuff like that. Love it. On you go. I always think that move's too powerful, but I do like it when I do it. So, difficult to criticise. Oh, it's just him? I'll take your juice, thank you very much. Let's see, how do I use the pepper spray? I feel like I'm missing a track with it. So there's no that. Is it triangle? No, because that was just a big punch. Like, how did I use it? Yeah. I'm probably not even going to get a chance to use it. No, it doesn't say. Designed for self-defense. Ah, whatever. Put it away. I played the 7 demo about 5 times. I said I didn't play it that much, just played it once, just to get a wee taste. I don't like to get on. You don't say that about taxi, you get on the taxi, you say get in. Yeah, I didn't want to play too much of 7, just to keep it as fresh as it can be when it comes out. Because I hate that whole, like, just getting so excited about something that then doesn't come out for, like, a year. Oh, absolutely gubbed that, that's very disappointing. Very disappointing. See if I can try and get it again. Right there. So you need to be coming up in a group of 4 people, I think, for that one to work. Oh, come on. Right, let's go and take a turn, because I feel like I let myself down there. Yep, take regard. Take guard break. And we'll boost the heat gauge. Oh, I wish I'd kept that, that's a shame. Right, let's just get a Torrent out. Let's see if I can get that move to work. Right, let's try that again, shall we? The most ridiculously powerful move in the game. Well, at this point. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, escaping from me, man? Absolutely not. I'm gonna beat you up outside the Crimson Bird. Oh, these guys still alive? That's disappointing. Yeah, finish with this. See, I think that would be more painful than just going over his shoulder normally, because he's picking you up by the leg. 1,000 yen, that's disappointing. Right, come on, let's get back to my house. Let's actually save the game as well, that's a good idea. It's a game that certainly likes you to be fully sure that it's actually saved. Right, let's dive through here, and I think we're nearly home. There's the Hungrig. Go there for my lunch. And here we go. Because it was very slow. Okay, looks like he's walking like Robocop. Well, that took a time, didn't it? Right, maybe just play for another 15 minutes or something. 11 feels like quite a nice time to finish off, depending on what's happening. He still calls it a hideout even though it's just his house. It's just his flat here. I was trying to find the how-to on the pepper spray. That's one of the things Yakuza hasn't done well. Explain things. Yes. Kiryu does run a bit like a kid who's wet their pants in this game. Yeah, he does a bit. Yeah, we'll go to bed. It's kind of sad that he's got a wee single bed after everything he's been through. Here's one thing, you never really see him work out much, do you?
これでも俺なりにして茨の道を歩いてるつもりなんですよ。読んで。
Just a wee flashback to 90 minutes ago.
もうお湯沸かしっぱなしだよ。ただいま。
ああ、おかえり。
What a twist. Well, it's not really a twist. What a thing. Feels like stopping here would make the most sense because I think this is the end of chapter 1. So maybe what we'll do is we'll just finish it there, and that's chapter 1 complete. They wouldn't probably take quite as long because oh no, we'll play a bit longer, right? Why not? Why not? Been a lot of cutscenes. Been a lot of cutscenes.
きるから待ってて。あ、そうそう。制服のワイシャツ洗って干しておいたから。
Oh,
今日は
did,
ガチ
wait, did Kazuma take the bed and she slept just on the floor there?
いつも言ってんだろ
Tut tut.
私がやりたくてやってるんだし、いいじゃない。
身の回りのことは自分でする勝手なことはしない
Oh, is that his mum? Alright, makes sense.
釣れない人ね。
だいたい何日連続で来てるんだたまには自分の家に帰ったらどうだ
いいじゃない別に。そういえば昨日社長さん相当飲んでたね。
まあな中島さんもあの年で独り身だしな寂しいんだろ
え、そうなの？てっきり結婚してるもんだと思ってた。
なんでだ
だって左手の薬指にさ、
Mm.
溝あるじゃない。
溝
うん、あの溝って10年20年指をつけた後だと思うんだよね。
そうなのか
鈴木さんってそういうとこ鈍いよね。
Oh, there we go.
今日も帰りは遅くな
First
るの？
tattoo. First tattoo viewing of the game.
遅番だ
Take a drink.
お前も
Take one drink every time you see a back tattoo.
今夜は来る
Sorry, do you think,
どうしようか
like,
な。
is Kazuma actually okay to drive at this point? Is he still drunk from the night before?
私が来た方が嬉しいでしょ。
何を言ってるんだ
ネクタイ曲がってる。はい、これでよし。どうしたの？
いや
Turn it round, Kaz. Turn it round.
いってらっしゃい。
It's massive dinner, so I mean that's fair. £300 dinner. That'll do it. Right, here we go. Time to go to work. Right, we'll have a quick wee wander about, then we'll save. Oh, such a delicate wee walk downstairs, like just dum 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 dum. Oh, I see a question mark. I must. Is the chef? Is the chef in this game? Can't remember. I know there's a chef you meet. You haven't seen my answer. Oh god. I'm pretty sure I've had to try and answer some of these before and I did really badly. So this guy's lost his answer book. Carrying my answer book in my hands when I went to the shrine. I must have dropped it. That's it. Okay. Right. We're going to try and answer this guy's questions and see if we can get into college. Let's see. First up, English vocabulary. The spider uses a unique unique method of locomotion. What does locomotion mean in this sentence? So I would go with movement. Sound about right? I'll just wait for the chat to catch up. It's the only bit that ever bothers me about streaming is the distance. But I'm gonna go with movement. Let's see. Do you feel alright with that? So now we're gonna pretend that someone actually writes, yeah, that's fine, because no one's replying. Movement, right, good. We're going with that. Locomotion means movement, or the ability to move from one place to another. See? Brilliant. Right. You're actually pretty smart. Bar him. Put him in the river. Math problem, right. Okay. What's the probability of getting a total of 7 when rolling 2 dice? Right. Now my maths is very bad. So I would say, so when you're rolling 2 dice, so it would be anyone? Anyone? It's not that, is it? I'm actually now paralysed by indecision. Won't be 1 and 2 because you could roll lots of things below 7. Would it be? I feel like that feels like it make, or 5 and 12? Does that make sense? Does anyone know? Because I don't. I'm going to go with 5 and 36, 7 and 36 unless someone suggests something better. It's when I realise absolutely no one's watching and I'll never know. 1 and 6, right, we're going with that. That way it's not, it's off me. Thank you, that was right. Just as I thought, aye, very good. Oh, a past life, a wee hint. Which United States naval officer commanded ships in the War of 1812 and was instrumental in the opening of Japan to the West in the 1850s? I don't know. Commodore Perry, is this almost games? Is this knowledge you've acquired legitimately, or are you possibly on game FAQs right now? If yeah, that's fine. If someone else is doing it, I don't feel any guilt at all. How many questions have answered for this guy? What do you call the energy that an object possesses based on its mass and its height above the Earth's surface? So I've never done physics, actually. That was always biology and chemistry. The energy that an object possesses based on its mass and its height above the Earth's surface. I want to say it would be gravitational potential energy, but it could also be anything else. And if anyone else would like to suggest, is it actually gravitational potential energy? Let's see. Yeah, that's what I was going to guess. Oh, alright, we're back at English. Okay, I'll speak that. We should be fine. English often borrows phrases from Latin, a language from which it was heavily influenced. What does the Latin phrase carpe diem mean? Which usually seize the day. Usually. It's usually. Do you know what? It's going to go with it. Although I do quite like fish today. That's quite good. Seize the day. There we go. Which I learnt purely because of the Terry Pratchett book, Carpe Joculum. That's how I learnt the phrase carpe diem. Obviously I was quite young at the time, so it couldn't make sense. Otherwise I'd have heard it, probably, in other ways, but it's Terry Pratchett that taught me it first. There we go. I'm very proud of us for doing that. It's much more of a feeling that the questions were a lot harder originally. They probably weren't. But there we go. Is that the first completed side quest? Side mission? I was going to stand about and wait for you to do your exam. Oh, yeah, I was just standing, gazing off into space, doing nothing. Oh, wow, the exact same questions came up. What are the odds? Oh, thank you. We're all good. Love the massive energy drink in the background. Yeah, it's funny. I'm sure that guy just walked through that tree in the background. No, he's vanished. Doesn't matter. He's a ghost. Those folk are really taking their lives in their own hands on that road. Oh, an alertness hood. Thank you. I'll treasure it forever. Oh, that was nice. What is an alertness hood? Hood that makes you more alert, probably. Hood that helps break down alcohol in your body, allowing you to sober up quickly. I'll leave it. Right, let's go and let's see what time we're at. Let's see. Are you a bunch of bad boys? You want to fight? Yes. Someone's going in the river. Well, how's the camera, alright? The cameras haven't got frightened. Hosts, these are just guys that work in a club. Yes, come on. Cannot beat it. Cannot beat it. Guess what, guys? If I get my heat up, you're all going in the river. Oh, disappointing. Right, come on, get back up. Right, you. In the river. Who's next? Right, just have to be content with putting you in the river. Oh, come here. Oh, disappointing. Right, you know what? You've really let me down today. That'll do. 2 in the river. Aquatic hosts. Yeah, that's weird. Why would they attack me? They're just guys that work in a club. What do you have to gain? What did you have to gain? Let's just take a wee look around. Get the way. Wow, look at it. You know what? I'm going to check out that website right now. Let's have a look. So what's that? Let's bring up. FuckYou.com. Let's go have a quick look, see what it is. See if it works. It looks like it might be like maybe a restaurant or a kind of food shop of some description. So it's like a real website. How cool is that? That's cool. Stuff like that's really like just again kind of the world building of that being a genuine company, a real thing is very cool to me. Right, let's see. Is there a save point right next to where I'm going? Yeah, there is. Right, we'll just save next to my work, and that's where we'll pick up from next time. Oh, who's that? Is that an angry man? Is it you? Come here and say that. It's not even a taunt. He's just angry. Angry young man. Oh. Right there. Oh, come on. Let me use the extreme spice. Yes. Oh. Dead. That's him dead. This makes me wonder how often you would actually use a weapon like that, like in street fights. Like, does it actually? Would it help if you picked up a big chair? Really? Would it just end up feeling like the wrestler? What's this? Empty can. Beat you up with an empty can of juice. Go on, do the deliver. Matter only one of the Spice Girls was named after a spice. Yeah, it's true. I mean, is it? Is it true actually? Get back on your feet and not down. That's good. All right. So now we're on to the next level of ability. we're gonna have to. Right, let's have a look. So I've started leveling that a wee bit as well. That's fine. Okay, so let's make our way to. Can I get to my job this way? Yeah, it's like the least efficient way to go, but that's fine. There it is. There's a big bottle of juice. Get on. God, it feels like the sidewalk feels so packed. It's amazing. Like, even though, like, if you stop and look for a second, everyone looks like kind of just wandering out aimlessly. It's still really it gives a feeling of being part of like a real city that not a lot of other games manage. Oh, 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 oh! Oh, love that move. Absolutely love that move. Hey, where's your pal? Oh. I hate when they run away. I mean, I get it. I would run away, but that's not the point. Ah, you're getting one of these as well. Don't worry. Oh, like a skyrocket. What's skyrocket? Is it a drink? Oh no, it is an actual rocket. Oh wow. Once you take it out, you can't put it away again. That's fine. Right, now I want to get into a fight. Right, let's make our way to our job. I always think whenever I'm playing this, see whenever I glance at the coffee boss symbol, I always think it looks a bit like Rabbi Buns. Just from like a wee angle, just always think it looks a bit like Rabbi Buns. Don't know why. It's one of those things. Right. Anyone here looking for a fight? Just want to try a firework on somebody. See if I can wake up the dog. Oh, wait there, I can see a wee angry. Oh no, that's alright. Oh, photograph. Right, time for a photograph. It's an Irish pub. Jesus. I don't know if seeing that picture would necessarily make me want to visit somewhere, but fair enough. Are you alright? What do I want for lunch? It's up to you. Do I want to go this way? No, not really. I want to go this way. Right, come on. We need another fight so I can try this rocket. Why's the town become so peaceful? What's the worst sign you've seen in a Yakuza game? There's a club in Judgment called Night Slit. I don't know that. What was that one we saw earlier? Sad Hun. That was pretty funny. I don't know. There's so many. When you sit and look, you find so many good ones. There's one. There is one club I'm trying to, in Yakuza, and it's next to Chinatown, and I'm trying to remember the name of it, but it's just not coming to me. But there is one around there that always makes me laugh. Right, I just want one more fight, and then that's me. I'm content. Why does it seem like there's nobody wanting to fight me? Come on. It's funny, people like, how do I turn down the amount of encounters? And I'm like, no, I want to turn them up. I want to drastically increase the amount of fights I have to do. Right, come on, one more fight. Is it because I'm close to my work? Does that have something to do with the encounter rate, maybe? Or is it just quite up? Sorry, mate. Just coincidence? Oh, sorry. Oh. Ah, right. That's fine. We're all good. Problem solved. Oh, there's a guy over there as well, but I'm gonna go help these guys for hitting a dog. Right, just making sure everyone's still running. Yeah, we're all good. Classic KAZUMA. Have you ever had any luck with mahjong or shogi? I've never been able. Every so often, I think my dad actually plays mahjong sometimes, so I really need him to get me to show me how to play it properly because I'm terrible at it. Like, I don't even bother. It's like every so often I'll sit down and be like, oh, maybe I'll figure it out, and I'll load up the instructions and I'm like, oh god, what is this? It's not the way to learn how to play either game, I think, is the answer. But it is cool that they include stuff like that. Although, if they wanted to really impress a Western audience, they just stick patience in it. Well, solitaire, I suppose. Right, here we go. Oh my god. Alright, can someone stand up so I can use the rocket? Right, oh. That was stunning. That was actually stunning. That was amazing. I am blown away by how amazing that was. Right, I wanted you to do it one more time. I'm gonna have to waste another health item just so I can see that again. Right. That's... But then he's blown up. I mean, surely he's dead now. That was brilliant. That was... please don't hurt us anymore. Please do not fire anymore. Okay, yeah, give me a pack of chewing gum. Please don't fire fireworks at us anymore and blow us up. Would you like to live with me, little girl? Oh. I think KAZUMA's idea of fatherhood is odd, I think. Oh, did you miss the fireworks? This will be art. I mean, obviously you could probably just as quickly see it on YouTube, but it was like 2 minutes ago. These will all be archived. I'll probably stick them up on YouTube as well, just for the crack. Right. He blew up at me? Oh god. No. Cafe Portugal. Alright, well. Either how far away is this cafe? Where is Cafe Portugal? If it's too far away, then it's getting done next time because I can actually feel my voice going. Does it come up here? Cafe Portugal? No. Or is there a marker for side quests? Am I just missing it? Am I being daft? We'll cover it next time. I'm going to save and turn off. So thank you very much for tuning into what I'm going to class as my first proper stream. So obviously we'll be picking up the question mark. You're right, it will be. So we'll be picking up right from here next time. So go find Cafe Portugal. Go find this Haruka's dad, and then get into chapter 2 properly. So thank you very much for watching. God, I can actually feel my voice going. That's so funny. So yeah, looking forward to doing this again. Hopefully do it at some point next week. Don't think it'll always be Saturday nights. It's just because I was like, right, I finally got the stuff from Joe to set up, so I thought I'll do that. So yeah, thanks very much, and have a good night and keep bit socketing, I suppose.